You can watch the approach here of Delta 4819 as it's coming into land on runway 23 at Toronto Pearson International Airport. The approach looks relatively stable until the touchdown. What is really telling here is the impact and what you see and what you do not see. What we do not see is what is called a round out and flare. That takes the airplane from the descending portion of the approach, and you'll have to excuse my model here, this is a 727, not a CRJ like what was in this crash, but from the descending portion of the approach to the flare and cushioning the descent and stopping the sink rate. Usually that causes a change in attitude of the nose. Pilots pick up the nose to stop the sink and really kiss the runway is the goal. Usually do that at about 20 to 30 feet above ground level. Essentially, this airplane stayed in the same attitude all the way to the ground. The flight tracking data shows that this plane was on a relatively stable descent, pretty normal, about 800 feet a minute, until this moment. This is the point where the right main landing gear, at least from what I can see in the video, touched the runway first with a lot of force, which caused the right wing to shear off, and then the airplane to essentially turn into a fireball as it tumbles down the runway here. Why is the big question. And there's so many factors here. Airplane pilot and environment are what the investigators of the Transport Safety Board in Canada will look at, and really the environment is the big one. We know that the wind was pretty strong at the time, gusting to about 40 miles per hour, a quartering crosswind coming out of the right side. Did that cause any sudden sinking of the airplane? Was the wind there and was it suddenly not there? And we also know there was blowing snow across the runway. Did that impact the pilot's ability to see the runway and really calculate when exactly to flare? A lot of big questions now as this investigation is only in its very beginning stages.